You also have a thought leadership piece about the national security in a divided government. And you point out that the veterans groups now have shifted from, I believe others said this and you're quoting them in your piece, lobbying less for war fighting and more for benefits. Should we be concerned?
We should definitely be concerned. First of all, the good news about divided government, which has been the norm for our country, not unified government where one party's in charge of the House, the Senate, and the White House. When it comes to national security, we seem to be able to do our job on a bipartisan basis, no matter what. So that's a good thing. And frankly, if you look, everybody gets concerned about we now have a Republican House. But if you look at the national security leadership of the defense committees in the House, Mike Rogers, Mike McCall on foreign relations, Ken Calvert on defense appropriations, coupled with the national security leadership in the Senate, Jack Reed and Wicker, Susan Collins and John Tester. They're very bipartisan the way they approach national security. Here's the problem. You know, what I've talked about in the ever-shrinking fighting force and the fact that the dollars are up and the war fighting capability goes down, you know, General Motors did not start out to be a healthcare company that occasionally built an automobile. What I worry about is we can't turn the Department of Defense into a benefits company that occasionally kills a terrorist. A former Deputy Secretary of Defense brought my attention to this when he said, Arnold, we've changed the slogan from praise the Lord and pass the ammunition to praise the Lord and pass the benefit. And so the military coalition, which in the 1970s and early 80s, all their efforts was basically increasing a strong national defense. Unfortunately, they changed their tune to basically keep their members to arguing for more and more benefits. So if you look at the fully burdened cost of an active duty soldier, it's gone from 100,000 to 400,000. If you look at the fact that we now pay people for 60 years to serve for 20 years. So the benefits basically have exploded. And you could look, we can never pay enough people who are going in harm's way. And so we shouldn't try to do that. We need to give them a great wage and everything. But the problem with that, with those costs and the benefits is particularly the deferred compensation. We have a $1 trillion unfunded liability in the military retirement system. There are 2.4 million retirees, 1.3 million active duty. We are paying more people in retirement than we're paying to deter and fight our wars.